for joining us. I'm Maria Soraya. We are here at beautiful Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona for the Dodgers spring training. This is part 2 from part 1 last week. I'm joined by Doug Hughes. Doug, thanks so much for being with us.
Maria, thanks for bringing me out here. Beautiful place to be this time of year.
It is. And what, your second year now here?
Yeah, it is. Same as the Dodgers, second year.
I was going to just say the same thing. Second year as the Dodgers.
Actually, it's 3 years. I was here all by myself the first year. Very embarrassing, jumped the gun, but now we're on track. 2 years. We're all on the same page.
What did you do that first year, Doug, by the way?
As sunbathed.
I see. You know, it's so exciting because we've got so many new Dodgers to talk about. And, of course, every year with every team in spring training, you know, Joe Torre has to look at the new players and decide who fits best with the team.
And that is a whole lot of moving parts to have all at once. Spring training is it's a stressful time for the players. It's a stressful time for the managers. We're in a beautiful environment. Everyone kind of jokes about playing golf and having the free time, and the pace of the games is slow. Guys running in the outfield. Guys have their jobs on the line here. Managers are trying to figure out how to get a winning team into the postseason. It starts now, and it's hard.
Well, and it was interesting because even yesterday, Joe Torre talked about the fact that we played the Cubs yesterday, and he said we played a very good team, so you have to kind of understand that at this point, the best players are out there playing these games.
Yeah, there's not time to waste. There seems to be more sense of urgency around Major League Baseball this year than other years. I don't know why. The early part of spring training is a bit laid back, and the sense around the Cactus League, the Grapefruit League, is not. There's a sense of people jumping to it, and baseball has had some tension with all the steroid testing, and there's some drug stories coming out now, and there's just been a lot of extraneous off-field stuff, and it seems to have raised the stakes a little, in addition to, as we discussed, all the moving parts for Joe Torre and all the managers trying to piece a team together now.
Absolutely, and you know, when we talk about some of the new guys that come over from different teams, you know, they're under maybe a 1-year contract, but they're still fighting for their jobs out here.
You can have a 10-year contract and be fighting for your job, even if it's guaranteed money. The guaranteed money, you can sleep a little better.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have an agent who can get you guaranteed money, you have shopped well, my friend. But for guys without guaranteed money, it can be making $4 million or it can be making $0 million, as has happened to a lot of people in this economy. This economy has filtered into baseball. It's not just regular working people, it's also baseball players, and it's hard to feel sorry for them.
I think people forget about that, though. You know, it is regular. They're regular people, too.
Well, yeah, it's like Latrell Sprewell, the NBA got the bad name. You know, I'm only making $10 million. I got to feed my family. But if it's taking you down from $4 million to $3 million, it is. It sounds silly even to talk about, but it is an adjustment. And more to the point, it's harder to get your job, hold on to it, and feel any stability. And that it's not just the economy; it's baseball too.
Absolutely, and we had a chance to catch up with some of the new Dodgers yesterday, including Reed Johnson. Let's take a look. So, Reed, what's it been like for you so far being with the Dodgers?
Well, it's I enjoy the guys, that's for sure. You know, that was one of the things that I talked with Joe Torre about in the offseason when I was thinking of signing here. It was the group of guys that they had in the clubhouse, and you know that makes I guess that has a real big impact on a free agent signing somewhere. It makes it a whole lot easier, a whole lot more fun to come to the field when you enjoy the guys you're around, and I definitely enjoy this group.
How long does it take you to sort of get to know everybody when you're in a new organization?
Well, I mean, the way the game is now, where you know a lot of guys bounce around to different organizations, you get to meet a lot of guys, and a lot of the guys on teams, even rivalry type teams, you know, where the fans hate each other, San Francisco, LA. You know, I've got one of my best friends in Aaron Rowan that plays center field in San Francisco. So, you know, you definitely have been around some guys. I played with Casey Blake in the Toronto Blue Jays organization, so you know I got to know him a little bit. So it's you definitely know some guys when you switch from team to team. I've been around the league for this is my 8th season now, so I've definitely can hop around pretty much to any team, and there's been somebody that I've played with there. So
you've been in the National League, of course. How is that helpful to stay in one league and kind of know the different players and the different systems?
Yeah, I think it is. Especially you stick around in the same division, or I think being in Toronto for 5 years helped. You get to face those same pitchers over and over again. You get to you get a good idea of what they're trying to do to you, and I think it's the same thing just being in the National League and getting to face those same guys every time. You know what they're going to try to do to you, and it gives you a better chance to have success.
The Dodgers are trying to get past the Phillies this year because it's been 2 years in a row they've kind of gotten stuck. Any thoughts about that? Or?
I mean, they're a tough offensive team, that's for sure. It seems like every piece of the puzzle they have, they've got a true leadoff hitter, they've got a true number 2 guy, they've got a true number 3 guy in Utley, and then Howard, the 4th hitter. So, I mean, they've got a tough lineup, and it's well balanced all the way through the lineup. And you know, like Joe said at the beginning of spring training, this game's about pitching. I think if we can you know, have that successful pitching, I know that we're going to swing the bats well from an offensive standpoint, and I definitely like what I see from the mound too as well. Those guys are really throwing the ball well, so hopefully this is the year.
Second year for this beautiful spring training facility. What do you think?
It's awesome.
Isn't it?
I mean, just the behind-the-scenes stuff that a lot of fans don't get to see, like the weight room and the locker room and the amenities that we have in here that make our life a whole lot easier when you're coming to spring training. Most of these guys that have been around the game a while, you know, once spring training starts, it's great, but about a week into it, you want it to be over with. But you know, having the nice facilities makes it a little bit easier to deal with, and hopefully gets us all healthy up into April.
Yeah.